Hey guys, Zormo here and welcome back to another entry in the OSRSSE, or the Old School Runescape Slayer Encyclopedia for short. Today our entry is going to be the Adamant Dragon, so let's dive right in. Adamant Dragons are metal dragons that can be received as a task from Konar, Neve or Steve and Duradel, but they can only be assigned once you've completed the Dragon Slayer 2 quest. So let's start off with the stats for the Adamant Dragons. So they have a combat level of 338. They have a max hit of 29, although they can hit up to 50 with their Dragon Fire. They are aggressive. They cannot poison you, but they do have a special attack which will do extra damage to you if you don't have some sort of poison protection. They have an attack speed of 4. They give 324.5 Slayer XP per kill, and they are immune to both poison and venom, so those will not work on them. There are actually 5 spawns for the Adamant Dragon. All 5 of these spawns can be found in the Lithcrin Vault. That is the only place that you can actually find and kill Adamant Dragons. Now, it does require Dragon Slayer 2 to access this vault. You can get that by using the rowboat that you use in the quest. However, it is highly recommended that you take a dig site pendant with you the first time that you do take the rowboat. And then when you're in the vault, you can use your dig site pendant on the strange machine just north of the Rune Dragon room, and this will basically add a teleport to Lithcrin to your dig site pendants. The dig site pendant can also then be mounted in the portal nexus in your home with 82 construction or 74 construction with a crystal saw and a spicy stew. It is much more convenient to use the Lithcrin teleport than the rowboat every single time. So basically, yeah, take the rowboat the first time, take your dig site pendant, use it on the strange machine, and then you can just use the dig site pendant teleport from then on. So when you do use the Lithcrin teleport, you'll be teleported into a room. You simply need to run north, go down the stairs, and then you can enter through the vault doors. You'll see that there are rooms with dragons that are locked behind barriers. The barriers can only be crossed once you have completed the Dragon Slayer 2 quest, because you'll have access to the vault throughout the quest, but you can't actually get in to kill the dragons until you complete the quest. The Adamant Dragons are also the ones in the room on the west side of the vault. There's also a mural between the 2 dragon chambers that you can use to check your kill count for both the Adamant and Rune Dragons if you are interested in doing so. So actually fighting the Adamant Dragons, what are we going to need? The Adamant Dragons are weak to stab, so obviously the Dragon Hunter Lance is the best weapon for killing pretty much every dragon in the game. So bring one of those if you've got one. A Grazi Rapier is also very strong due to the stab bonuses it has. However, I know those are quite expensive options for a lot of people, even for me as well. So a more budget option is going to be the Zamorakian Hasta. If you really need to go more budget than that, then you can use a Dragon's Sword or a Abyssal Dagger, although I would recommend getting a Zamorakian Hasta at least, really, otherwise you're not gonna have a fun time. Bringing Bandos armor is recommended here, although you can bring a fighter torso with Barrow's legs if you can't afford Bandos, that works too. And then fill the rest of your equipment slots with basically your best in slot melee gear, whether that's whether that's Amulet of Torture or an Amulet of Fury, Barrow's gloves or Ferocious gloves, Dragon boots or Primordial boots. Just bring the best melee gear you can. You also, as with all dragons in RuneScape, you'll need protection from Dragonfire attacks. So there's basically 2 ways to do this. Adamant Dragons, you can either bring a DFS or an anti-dragon shield, and you can combine that with an anti-fire potion that will give you immunity to the Dragonfire attacks, or you can bring a super anti-fire potion to just be completely immune to the Dragonfire attacks. That will then sort of let you bring a Dragon Defender, which will obviously make you kill the dragons faster. So yeah, just bear in mind the super anti-fire potion will grant you complete immunity. You won't need an anti-dragon shield, so you can then bring a defender for faster kills. You can also bring an extended version of either the anti-fire potion or the super anti-fire potion, and that will just prolong the effects of the potion, so you'll need fewer doses basically. The Adamant Dragon has a poison attack. which lands on top of you and then splits into more projectiles in a 5x5 tile area around you. These poison sort of projectiles can deal between 14 and 25 damage, but this can be reduced down to 4 to 8 damage by using any form of poison protection. The two that I recommend here are either the super anti-poison potion, which grants immunity to poison for 6 minutes, or using the antidote plus, which grants immunity for 12 minutes. So you'll need fewer doses of that, obviously. There's no point in using the standard antidote plus, as it's more expensive than the antidote plus, and it doesn't last as long, so don't bother with that one. You can also completely avoid the poison attack by moving 3 tiles away from where you were stood when the attack is fired by the Adamant Dragon. But I would not recommend relying on this. I would bring the anti-poison as well. Try and dodge them, obviously, but it's always good to have that poison protection just in case you mess up and don't dodge the attack properly. The Adamant Dragon also has a special ranged attack that can hit through protect from missiles, and it basically has a similar effect to the Ruby Bolt E spec. So it will sacrifice 10% of its current HP to deal damage that is equal to 20% of your current HP. So because of that, it's recommended to keep your HP around 40 to 50, as this will minimise the amount of damage from this attack. Obviously, if you're at full health, 20% of your full health is going to be more damage than if you're at 40 to 50 health when it hits. When killing Adamant Dragons, you should be using Protect from Magic as well to protect from their magic attacks, and you should be using Piety as well to help speed up the kills. So that brings us on to the drops of the Adamant Dragon. So the average kill for the Adamant Dragon is about 26.3k at the moment, and that goes up to 28.2k if you are on a Konar task because of those Brimstone keys. The Adamant Dragons will always drop Dragon Bones and 2 Adamant Bars. They also drop Dragon Med Helms, Dragon Plate Legs, Dragon Plate Skirts, Dragon Bolts Unfinished, and Wrath Talismans, all at a rate of 1 in 110. They also drop a few other adamant items, but these aren't worth that much. They also drop Brimstone Keys at a rate of 1 in 52. They drop Elite Clues at a rate of 1 in 320. And then their most sought after drops, the big ticket items you're looking for here, are the Dragon Limbs, which are dropped at a rate of 1 in 1000, obviously the Draconic Visage at a rate of 1 in 9000, and the Dragon Metal Slice at a rate of 1 in 5000. The Dragon Metal Slice can be combined with the Dragon Square Shield and the Dragon Metal Shard, which you can purchase from the Myths Guild for about 1.8 mil. Those 3 items can all be combined to make the Dragon Kite Shield, which is actually currently selling for about 45 mil, although I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone wearing one. But there you go. So that pretty much covers the Adamant Dragon, guys. It's a pretty nice little short and sweet entry here. And I guess that just leads us on to the interesting fact. Now, I couldn't find too much for the Adamant Dragon. I could just found a bit of lore that some of you guys might be interested in. So basically, Adamant Dragons are actually sort of been created as a result of a side project that involves infusing dragon eggs with various metals. So that's how sort of the metal dragons, the Adamant Dragons and the Rune Dragons were created. And they were basically used as a solution due to the dragonkin's infertility, so they couldn't actually reproduce themselves. So this is why they were infusing the dragon eggs with various metals. However, basically, people realised how strong they were and then started breeding them for wars against humanity, which is not too great if you are a member of the human race, unfortunately. But there you go, guys. That is the entry for the Adamant Dragon. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next entry.